Hey, uh, just talking. Something I'd like to talk about is what's happening in Toronto right now. Is everyone in Toronto's kind of joining a bandwagon. They're kind of supporting the Montreal Canadiens, which doesn't quite make sense if you're 80 years old. But in this new generation, why not? I mean, Toronto's been losing for many, many years. There's nothing to cheer for. At this point, we're so desperate for a cup. We're even happy having a Canadian team win, even if it's our arch rival. I say arch rival because the rivalry really isn't there. Well, it's not what it used to be. There's no hatred for each other. There's no real competition to see who's the best now. I think Montreal at the moment is ahead, obviously. And you see it all around Toronto. People, Habs jerseys, Habs signs, Habs car flags, all over the city. Just people keep supporting the team. And yeah, I'm fine with it. It's nice to have that kind of atmosphere in Toronto. Maybe not for that team, but I hate the Flyers. I hate the Flyers. So I'm cheering for the Canadians. Canadians Blackhawks final, hopefully. No offense to San Jose, but Blackhawks. I love Tails. I love Tails. Anyway, then there's something that I've been thinking about for a long time, and it's a valid argument. Alright, when you think of baseball and soccer and basketball, who are your teams? You got Man U, you've got the Yankees, you've got the Lakers, and what do all these teams have in common? Well, they're the main team and they're the big name team, and they're always a good team. And then in hockey, the big name team is the Toronto Maple Leafs, but they're not winning. I'm thinking, why is this? And then it occurred to me, salary cap, because in the old days, Leafs and the Rangers were known for this a lot, to buy the best players, but because of the salary cap, we have to go through the process like every other team, even though we have much more money to spend. And you can see, Chelsea is a very good example. What Real Madrid did this year, even though they're not going to win. Yankees, obviously, the perfect example of buying a championship. Lakers have a lot of money as well. But is this a good idea to sacrifice winning a championship, or having a playoff team for that matter, to expand the NHL? And I think it's a good idea. I mean, you can't really, it's hard to sell hockey in the desert or in southern Florida, because unlike with football and basketball, I mean, they can go out and play, but you can't really go out and play hockey in Florida. For that matter, I think hockey might be the most expensive sport to play. You need the rink, you need the equipment. It's not cheap. It's not like a soccer ball. You just go out and kick a little circle. I love soccer. Soccer might be my favorite sport. I'm not criticizing soccer. I'm just saying it's very cheap. People have to play it. It's why it's popular over the world, because of its accessibility. But hockey is not so accessible. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, why it's good to have salary cap. And I don't. I really like the expansion in the U.S. I mean, some franchises might not be on the upside, but I think it's very good for hockey to be a major contender. The only problem I have with this is, okay, when American teams come to Canada, I remember I went to a Colorado Rockies Toronto Blue Jays baseball game at the Rogers Center. I don't know why. I used to be into baseball like that. And even if a Rockies player struck out, you know, I was behind the dugout and we would go, good job, good job. You'll hit it out next time, blah blah. You go to U.S. and every time there's a Canadian team facing them, USA, USA. They're seeing Canada as a foreign country. I mean, the only difference between an American and a Canadian is like 300 pounds. Bitch. Yeah. Okay. And oh, the Americans need to be more open-minded. but then a lot. I don't want to get into this. I just do like the expansion idea, and I think it's going very well because no one would even think of having a hockey team that does, or a hockey team in Anaheim. I mean, Anaheim's franchise is doing pretty well actually. I mean, they have to win a Stanley Cup, but you gotta do these things. I mean, who would want to cheer for a losing squad, even if Toronto FC is? But that's a bit different. Anyway, so I'm saying, Leafs, I guess, just draft picks. They got a bit of a bright future with Kessel and Gustafsson and some young guys, but there's a difference between young and talented. Like, Crosby is young and talented, but, well, there's other examples of that, where the players are just young. There's a difference. I think that's all I really need to say for this. And, yeah, I go Habs. They lost today, but they'll bounce back like they have done twice already against better teams. Alright, one last argument. This is how Montreal beat Washington and Pittsburgh, because they're outplayed. So psychologically, the goalie of Pittsburgh and Washington, the mindset is, oh, I'm not facing shots. We're playing better. I don't want to let my team down. And then they choke. It's psychological. And when you're facing a lot of shots like Halakis, even though he's been great, you get back into this flow, and it raises your confidence, and it raises the team's confidence. And I mean, you saw how they won. They took their chances instead of, it's quality not quantity, and that's a great example. That's why if Montreal faced like San Jose, they would definitely beat San Jose, because San Jose is a quantity team. They have many chances, but they don't capitalize. Montreal, short-handed, any opportunity they got, they beat Pittsburgh. And that's going to be hard to do against the Flyers, because that's not their style. They're a pretty even team, but I think Philly's got that physical edge and defensive edge too, even though I hate Pronger. Alright, I'm done with this. I hope you enjoyed this conversation.